mention the name, and whoops, it's all over the floor.
Hello! Submit to the High Council! First time on my channel. Welcome, everybody! Did somebody call Shazam? Shazam? That used to be the Shazam song! Already the Midnight Edge guys are coming and trolling us.
That's right. That's what we do.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Mecha. If you guys are new here, I am Queen Mecha. Thank you very much. Who do we have? Well, first, my most honored guest, Jeremy of the High Council, formerly of the High Council. No time for the High Council, but thank you for showing up.
Hello, Mecha. Hello, High Council. Hello, Midnight's Edge. It's Jeremy, and I could not pass on the opportunity to be here for Mecha's first High Council stream. I won't be here for long, but I definitely wanted to be here to show some support because it's a big night for her and we all support her and I'm proud of her and she's done a great job and I'm happy and honored to be here for her first ever High Council.
Thank you so much. And they are asking in chat, no Jeff, no Ethan. Well, Ethan of course couldn't make it. He's also doesn't have time for the High Council anymore, but it's nothing against us or anybody. Jeff, apparently, where did you say his
flight's delayed.
Okay, his flight's delayed.
I'm sure if he gets in time, he'll hop in, but we're not going to count on that. So you know how long it takes to get anywhere in a plane. So
yeah, and we did put out some feelers just in case anybody else does pop in. I don't want to announce anybody. So yes, so maybe we'll get some special guests in, hopefully. But until then, of course, I am very honored to welcome, another High Council first, the Midnight's Edge crossover. This is most of Midnight's Edge here. So Tom,
yeah, I've been on before, but I don't know if Rob has.
Rob has never been on before.
No, I'm not important enough to be on the High Council.
Well, no, usually you're busy that night, but you happen to not be busy tonight.
Yeah, usually I have trivia on Tuesday nights, but they decided to play trivia at another place tomorrow night.
But Jeremy coming back to the High Council, that's almost like Bill Murray coming back to host Saturday Night Live. Right?
Only Mecha can make it happen. That's what you're gonna get when Mecha is hosting. You never know what's gonna happen. Here we are.
It's hard to say no to her because she does have the writing crop. So
yes, she does make that very clear.
They do. Oh, this is the broken one. This is the one that Zoe Quinn broke. Oh, you think Brie Larson would break one? But no.
Not yet, surprisingly.
So,
but interesting, hasn't it? Since you haven't had a High Council Mecha, there's been a what would you call it? Confirmation or a vindication of the fandom menace itself.
J.J. Abrams has mentioned us. He says he loves us and that he thanks us for everything that we do for them and that they couldn't make Star Wars without us. And we are directly responsible for Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. And love him or hate him,
I love him. I love Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is amazing. Baby Yoda is the greatest thing that Disney's Star Wars has ever created, except it's just something that George Lucas created and they had to recreate it, which is fine, which is what they should have been doing the whole time. And I talked about this on Geeks and Gamers. Can I cuss? Can I fucking cuss?
Yes.
All right. Disney is fucking stupid. Disney is ran by a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem mass producing shitty toys like Rose Tico. Sorry, Ethan. Rose Tico and Poe and Finn and fucking Rey. Yet here you got the hottest goddamn character in the history of Disney Star Wars, and you dumb fucks don't have anything ready to produce for merchandise. It's like, what is it, Mecha? May is when it's happening?
It is May. Well, there's actually some kerfuffle about that as well. Here we go. I can pull this up. Ah, no! Stop screen sharing. Yes, epilepsy warning. Is that better?
You got it? Okay,
there you go. That's better. Now, how do I put it with us on the side? That's the wrong one.
There you go.
There you go.
She's just learning, folks. So she's getting her training wheels.
It's my first time using the StreamYards. Yeah. Oh, I normally I don't. Usually I use Stream Elements. What is the StreamYards? I have no idea.
You know what's funny about this though? Before you get into this, Mecha, to go off of what Jeremy's saying, if it wasn't for freaking Last Jedi and Solo, we'd probably have stores just chock full of Baby Yoda crap.
Well, look at what happened with Star Trek toys. I mean, they had a bad movie and then they didn't make toys for the next one.
Ooh, look at that little Poonum. Oh, he's so look at this.
Well, when is the Funko Pop supposed to be out? Like, it's funny because that's what I called him at first before I even seen the show. I called him Funko Pop Yoda.
Oh, where is the Funko Pop? Here's the Funko.
Yeah, I can't remember when that comes out. I think that comes out first. Oh, that's next year too. Okay.
Yeah, they're also next year.
Different. It doesn't look.
I know. I told you he's Funko Pop Yoda. I think Jeremy called him that for a while too. Didn't you? That is adorable as hell.
I'll take that Funko.
Sorry.
I have the Porg Funko. Of course, I have to have the Baby Yoda. They look exactly like the thing.
But I was saying the other night. This speaks to the brilliance of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. They came up with something that is impossible to hate, and that's
unless you're Ryan Cannell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, his opinion doesn't count. We love him, but your opinion doesn't really count there.
He really does.
He also wants
really
the Zack Snyder cut. So
exactly. Ryan's opinions do not reflect the opinions of geeks and gamers or any sane human being. He wants to release the Snyder cut, and he thinks Batman versus Superman's a good movie, and he hates Baby Yoda. That's all you need to know.
Oh, but Baby Yoda.
Well, oh my God. Not to get derailed, but what could the Snyder cut of Justice League possibly fix? I don't understand what his fixation is on it.
I think that I really want the Snyder cut to be released because I think just like any shitty trilogy, the Snyder trilogy should have 3 shitty movies, 3 shitty movies from Snyder, and so I think that's how it should be. Because Justice League is the best movie in that trilogy, and that says a lot because Justice League is not a good movie either.
There is. Well, I'm sorry, Jerry. Finish.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm quite rude of me. I will say though that aside from Ryan Cannell, there is one more person though who doesn't really like Baby Yoda, and that's director Ryan Johnson. As you may know, he's been hanging around the set of the Last Jet, not the set of the Last Jet. He's been hanging around the set of the Mandalorian, and he was recently asked what he thought of Baby Yoda, and this is what he had to say.
I hate that stupid puppet.
Oh, Ryan!
All right,
he's jealous because his head's more round than his, and everybody loves him. That's why.
See, all Ryan Johnson needed to do was shut up and sip some tea and blink at us. That's
and
all
eat a frog. Eat a frog.
So yeah, there was kerfuffle about this. Apparently, it sold out on Walmart immediately. They removed it very quickly, and people were saying, "Oh, it's a fake! It's a fake." Here's the deal, though. It is not a fake, and this is exactly the toy that I described when I said, "Okay, no, we need a little plushie. It needs to be like a vinyl head. It needs to have the cloth body and everything, and it needs to come in the plastic pod because it's Baby Yoda floating in a pod like the song."
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
And then there's, of course, the update. Mysterious Baby Yoda plush is back on shelves with Walmart jumping the gun on an embargo. So they had an embargo. They were going, why would you embargo these?
George.
We've been trying to buy these since we saw him in the first episode. I mean, this is just another thing that makes me think they didn't have anything ready.
They didn't.
And this is Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have no plans. All they are focused on is identity politics bullshit. The woman is on record, on camera, sitting there saying, "What can you do? What's the difference you can make as a whammon in charge?" She goes, "I can sit in the meeting room and determine that the protagonist is a female." That's all these people care about. They are so stupid. And they mass produced all these shitty toys that nobody cared about. If you need more proof, go to World Class Bullshitters and see the Leaning Tower of Rose Ticos.
Just go to Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a clearance aisle right now.
Yeah,
still.
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah. They don't know anything.
Mecha, do you have that video of when we were in Walmart? I mean, the the Star Wars section in Walmart is just shrinking by the
I think
day.
it was either the first time I was on Geeks and Gamers or the first time I was on the console with Jeff.
You were on Geeks and Gamers. Tom, you're cheating on us.
Always.
He's been cheating on us with other podcasts.
I was either with you or Jeremy, or the first time I was with Jeff. I can't remember which, but I just went to Walmart that day, and they had a buttload of the Black Series on clearance. They were all Holdo, except for like one Snaggletooth. And I'm like, poor Snaggletooth.
The guy with the chin balls.
But no, there was like 19 Holdo there. I counted them. It was like crazy. It was like, what the hell?
And this is, okay. I took issue immediately with Admiral Purple Hair Gender Studies Holdo, Miss Ballgown, prom.
She's got pink underwear. Somebody showed me that on Twitter.
Really?
Wow. Who's looking at her underwear?
I don't know. Somebody showed it on Twitter. I can't remember who now.
Laura Dern still is a very attractive woman. I always say. But this was always my problem. Not so much the politics of it. It's just the stupidity, the utter stupidity of it. You are an admiral. First of all, you are in a military command structure. I was never in the military. However, certain things just make a certain amount. Jeremy, were you in the military?
No, I was not. But I did play a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay, well,
that counts.
I've got a 1.75 KD in Call of Duty, which kind of
generally Call of Duty, and I've been through 16 tours duty.
I used to play a lot of Operation Flashpoint, which was actually really, really good back in the day. But anyway, we digress.
I used to play laser tag. Does that come? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll talk about our military gaming preferences later. But
I got laid off my KD quite often back in the day, and I was pretty proud of it. And luckily the women I was hooking up with were too dumb to understand I was talking about a video game. So,
so you weren't technically lying. That's the thing. You weren't stealing valor or anything.
Shout out the dumb bitches out there. They're great. All right.
But I said if you're in a military command structure, why do you keep your plan from your senior officers? Everybody needs to know what's going on in the case that you become killed or incapacitated.
Well, not only that,
still can carry it out.
That's supposed to be all that's left of the resistance, right? And Poe is your best fucking pilot. And not only that, he's probably the highest ranking member there since Leia's unconscious, right? Yeah. Other than maybe that's it, because Akbar's dead. Who's left?
Rose Tico.
Senior officer. Yeah, Rose Tico.
No, Rose she's not a senior officer. He's the highest ranking senior officer, if I'm not mistaken.
She's a fucking janitor. What the fuck? Rose Tico.
She's not even a janitor. She's just the keeper of the cattle prod at this point. Yeah, you don't do that. It's the same argument with
what's worse
Discovery with military. They don't know any of that.
And not only that, what's worse is the excuse she gives him, which is basically, well, I thought you'd muck it up because you're a guy. And it's like, oh, so you just let him go willy-nilly crazy and pull a freaking mutiny in the process just because you didn't want to tell him your plan. That's pretty shitty, especially considering this is a loyalist guy you got. You question anybody in that room's loyalty. Poe is number one resistance when Princess Leia's not around. You know what I mean?
You know something? When the Blu-ray was released and they had the trailer for the Blu-ray, and I said to myself after I saw it, I said, "Where the fuck was this movie? This looks like a movie I actually want to watch." This was like the biggest bait and switch in Hollywood history. It really was.
Well, the original trailers were too. The original trailers made it look dark and serious, like this was going to be some serious shit, and then it just turned out to be, a bunch of subverted expectations.
Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of now The Mandalorian. We had no expectations. We were all pleasantly See, this is good at subverting expectations. The Mandalorian. I mean, we had no idea what to expect. Oh my God, look what they're doing. Oh, this is so cool.
Well, and it kind of leaked a little earlier, whatever, when people seen it early, at least before I got to see, the whole Baby Yoda thing. And I'm like, oh no. Funko
I didn't
Pop
know
Yoda.
Anything. I didn't know anything about him.
And then you see it in the context of the show. And then you see that second episode and that little turd steals your heart.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's so cute. The little gray booger is so cute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
There's Jeff in the chat.
Oh
Jeff's
no,
in the
he's
chat.
trapped in the airport.
Yeah.
Jeff has time to be in an airport and comment on a live stream, but no time for the High Council.
Well, Jeff and I are going to have to comment on the Bond trailer at some point.
Oh, we got to break that down tomorrow.
Jeff and I are going to be talking about Beverly Hills Cop and stuff this weekend. That I know. I don't know the exact time yet, but
the only question remains is how many pieces will my brain explode into? Bond trailer.
1,007.
I'm gonna turn into Lewis Black.
You already are. Jesus.
Oh man. But yeah, overall, I mean, look, The Mandalorian, I'm not saying it's the best thing I've ever seen. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. The fourth episode was the weakest episode in my opinion. I have high hopes that they're not going to go down the identity politics road, but and I talked about this. It hasn't yet, but I understand why some people are getting really worried about that, because this is Disney Star Wars, and this is what we've seen this for 5 years from these freaks. You know, like they will do this, and I get it when we start seeing any signs that might scare us about it. We're ready to go, oh man, they're going woke. And they certainly could go woke in the next 4 episodes. They certainly could. And this is classic SJW. You build it up, you make it successful, you make it what the fans want, and then you start pushing that bullshit in there because they know that they can't build anything with just identity politics. They have to build it up to be something else, and then they have to start shoving the propaganda into it.
Well, so it's a classic bait and switch. I mean, that's what I said to Andre. He says, I want to like it, but I'm just in the back of my mind, you know what? It's too good to be true. I'm waiting for the bait and switch.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the bait and switch. And Andre, I was just, this is under Bob Iger. Bob Iger is the one who's in charge of these. I'm like, yeah, I know, Andre, but still.
He's the one running for president and knows that he's going to get a lot of these idiot voters who only vote based on how diverse the candidate is or how much they've done to be the white savior to a bunch of underrepresented people, in their opinion.
It's all right. He can run as the candidate brought to you by Captain Marvel. This, on the other hand, I have to keep reminding people, as Andre keeps reminding me and others too, is that this is not the same regime. Yes, KK's name's on it, but this is Favreau's baby. This child right here, this Yoda baby, this is Favreau's baby. This is Filoni's baby. This has George Lucas's sprinkle of, he loved every minute. You can see the smile on his face. Here, I'll try and bring up that picture where you got KK in the background. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I just keep thinking of there used to be a caller from WFEN. I'm a big sports fan, and people in the chat know. I listen to WFEN. Jerome from Queens used to call in, and every time he used to call, I want this guy out of here, and like that sounds like me with Kathleen Kennedy. I want Kathleen Kennedy out of there.
We all want her out.
Yeah.
Sorry he's so loud. He's called the voice of Midnight's Edge for a reason.
Don't make me do my Sam Kinnisman. No,
God, yes. He's good.
Just don't bring sports ball up too much, because every time I do, we lose viewers on Geeks and Gamers, and so that's why I had to create a sports channel so I can talk about
here's the
sports
picture with KK in the background, and then I'll try and find the one where he's all smiles with.
All right, let me pull it up here.
There was a video, I guess, was there a mainstream outlet that called her out the other day?
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Yeah, it was an Australian press.
Yeah, it's an Australian TV show.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. But I haven't seen this picture. I didn't see that picture with her before. That's the first time I've seen that.
Well, there you go. Hanging with the guys, but yeah, she's back here. That's probably her assistant.
Yeah, she's back there.
Secretary of Assistance now.
I used to sit up front in this whole thing. That was me in front. These toxic males are sitting in front of me now.
George has got his fucking chest hanging
but
out.
Check out the guy back here with his arms folded and just like back here with the beard. This is his arm, but he's like looking at her like, you bitch. Like you.
He is kind of looking at her like that, isn't he? He's like the second AD or some shit. He's like, why is she fucking here?
I love that George Lucas doesn't give a fuck anymore. I love it. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna wear my flannel shirt. I'm gonna let the buttons. I'm gonna let my fucking belly hang out. I don't give a fuck what you bitches say. I love it.
He's like, we gotta get enough light for this picture here. That's what I love about this picture. George is worried about the lighting.
Oh God, I love it. I love.
Could you
George
imagine
so
could you imagine the car ride to the set though with Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas and Dave Filoni like all sitting in front and she's in the back of the limo. Make sure you, and she's like trying to give them all the ash. Okay. They put the screen up like in Spinal Tap, just off.
Oh man. Hey, for everybody watching, smash the melee button. Share the video out and let's get more peeps up in here. Mecha Random's first ever live stream. I would say respect Whammon, but she's not a Whammon. She's a badass woman, and I'm really, really proud of her for her first live stream for the High Council.
Well, thank you guys. It's been an honor just even being invited on so much, and then like to say, "Oh, here, host." Like what? So,
she doesn't do this stuff very often. This is not.
I know. It's a rare treat for me to have a lot of people on my stream that aren't just Rob, because he gets the riding crop if he doesn't show up. But that's okay.
I show up sometimes too. Anybody who isn't us, basically.
Yeah. Nah, it's good stuff though. So I'm happy to be here. Like I said, I won't be here all night. I'll probably be here for another 10 or 15 minutes. So I just wanted to come on, show some support for Mecha. She's a good friend, and I'm really proud of her. So.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, did we want to dig into another story or take some of the super chats?
I know you got quite a few, so
my suggestion would be runs through some of those super chats and then.
All right, let me go back
hit
to
another story.
Yeah, you guys have been so generous. I have to go and look through StreamYards here, or Streamlab, whatever it is, and I'm checking the Streamlabs ones too. I know you guys are used to having the pop-ups, but didn't know how to do that with everything with and actually host at the same time. So let me find him here. 2 hours.
But we were
oh no, did it lose them?
Yeah.
Well, I know Michael Clark did like the first two.
Yeah. I know. I saw those. Okay, go ahead. While I pull them up, go ahead. I might have to pull them up through.
What we were saying though, Robert Meyer Burnett is a frequent guest on After Dark and on Midnight's Edge, and we respect the hell out of the guy. The guy's really knowledgeable. We like, but he keeps coming back to this whole thing. He says he doesn't know Kathleen Kennedy, but Kathleen Kennedy made some of the greatest movies. Oh, she's a great producer. And we had I don't know if you heard him go toe to toe with Anti-Trekker last week. And Anti-Trekker really took him to task. And I'm only sorry that I couldn't contribute. And
I stayed out of it because I didn't want to gang up on him.
No, yeah, they did, rightfully so, Tom. Well done. But my whole thing is for the people who defend Kathleen Kennedy. Don't you think that anybody? Because Robert Meyer Burnett said, "Oh, well, her first movie she produced was E.T." Don't you think anybody could have produced that movie and it would have been a hit?
Yep.
Yeah, it might have looked a little different. Some things around the edges might have been different.
I doubt it.
But that movie was going to be a hit regardless. Spielberg was on his way up. Spielberg was just becoming the legend that he is.
Well, I mean, again, I've had this argument with people about it, where they try to give her credit for The Force Awakens and everything. And I can definitively say, without a shadow of a doubt, that when The Force Awakens came out, there is not one single human being on this planet that was sitting there and watched the trailer and they looked at their family and they said, "I'm a little on the fence about this Star Wars movie. I'm a little on the fence. I'm not familiar with this property." And then someone says, Kathleen Kennedy produced that. They're like, oh my God, kids, wife, call everybody. Kathleen Kennedy produced The Force Awakens. That's my selling point. That did not fucking happen. Not one single person said that. You know, she's not responsible for any of this shit. She is a glorified secretary. I believe she has a lot of secrets on a lot of important men in Hollywood, and I believe that they are scared to death of her from that perspective. And for that reason, she has failed upwards, just like Kevin Smith said before he went. And I love you, Kevin Smith. And I'll always love Clerks and Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks too. But before Kevin Smith went full shill and cried over every fucking movie that ever existed, before then, he talked about how you fail upwards in Hollywood. Who was it? John Peters, is that his name? John Peters?
Yes.
He was a hairdresser and he failed upwards, and now he's putting fucking spiders in Superman movies. Yeah, that's Kathleen Kennedy right there.
That's funny. I just compared her to John Peters the other day, did I not?
Yes, I think that
I did. I know,
but not for nothing. But if you had to bang Barbra Streisand, I mean, that's
how he got into his career. Is he produced her first few movies and shit, because he was banging her, and that's the thing with KK. And I said, you know what? Here's the difference. And it's funny because I brought Kevin Smith into it too. It's an odd thing you brought him up. As here's the difference. If you call up the city of New York and say, hey, can I get the Brooklyn Bridge closed? This is Kathleen Kennedy. I'm producing the new Steven Spielberg movie. Oh, right away, Miss Kennedy. We'll get right on that. If you call up and say, I'm Joe Blow Nobody and I'm producing the latest Kevin Smith movie, can we get the Brooklyn Bridge closed? They'll be like, who? Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. You can't even admit that much. And I did throw in a few zingers. I'm like, well, she has produced 80-some movies and not single one of them was directed by a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, I keep bringing up there was a piece on Medium.com where it said that Kathleen Kennedy's pretty much turned Lucasfilm into her own personal naked mole rat colony, meaning that, and I don't know if you know anything about, I don't know if you read that, but it's one of the few mammals that has a monarchical hierarchy that everybody serves the queen, and she gets to choose which males reproduce. And any female challenges her, they are quickly dispatched.
Carrie Hart?
Yeah.
Carrie Hart.
Well, she was a sacrifice, but yes.
Yeah, she was offered up as the sacrificial lamb. In the case of Carrie Hart being hired by Ryan Johnson, I said this last night, shit rolls downhill. I mean, so, that's... Yeah,
and sometimes shit backs up, and we're called the Fandom Menace, and we are the beloved consumer advocacy group.
Fandom Menace in quotations --J.J. Abrams, no less.
Yes. So he acknowledges us. All right. So I did pull up all the super chats. My Streamlabs is not cooperating, and it is not showing me all of them.
I think somebody said they sent you one on Streamlabs. I think it was Matt G.
Matt G. I did see one Streamlabs donation here. Where is it? Yeah, let's see. Yes, you must adhere to the bounce rules. Other fandom menacers have to deal with it, lol. You already headed towards 200. You might have to have the ice bucket challenge if you reach 500. Sorry. Well, that's on the normal stream. I don't know if maybe we're too classy to have it. We'll do the next stream. We'll start off with the braless bounce and probably the water bounce.
We're classy. I'm here. I mean,
or we'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end because then I can trim it. Because now I got to go in. As you guys know, once we get to the 100, well, we started off right at the bat before we even started streaming. $99.99 super chat from Michael Clark. Normally $100 is the braless bounce sort of threshold as a reward to you guys. It's a little bonus for everybody. It's a group bonus. Another $199, Michael Clark. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everything you do. $5 super chat, Matt G. Yes, we are proud. This is 80,000 different kinds of awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm just humbled at
Jadzar saying he thinks I have to do a braless bounce.
Yes, you do.
Yes, he does.
No, but you have to do Cuban Pete.
Oh, we can pull that up too. The $9.99 super chat, Michael Clark, doesn't say anything. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Scott Hudson, $2 super chat. Episode 9, Rey Skywalker, A Tale of Identity Theft. I'm Rey Skywalker.
This is the second franchise to have identity theft this year. Like
she didn't even like him.
Batwoman stole Bruce Wayne's identity. Now Rey stealing Luke Skywalker's identity.
That would be like taking the name of some guy who was like your professor for half a semester in college, who you didn't really like, and you just kind of like left the class midway through because he was a dick. But then all of a sudden you decide to take his last name as homage.
So pitiful.
It's just lifting rocks. Oh. All right, $5 super chat, Rosetta Allen. And shout out to Rosetta. Thank you so much for being awesome, Rosetta. Check her channel out. She's another up-and-coming YouTuber. Keep the fandom ticking strong.
She likes to do marathon streams.
Yeah, we have the high ground and shall not yield. And everyone that throw mechas and supers. Well, thank you so much, Rosetta.
Yep, I was on her stream last night. So
yeah, and she's also been doing a lot to help another member of the community named Drew. I could probably get the info. We could throw that in the chat. And if anybody wants to help out there too.
$2 super chat, Captain Robert April. Shout out to Captain Robert April, also another great member of the community and up and coming YouTuber. In memory of Dorothy Fontana, who we lost today. Yeah, Dorothy Fontana. Yes. Yeah. If anybody knows,
But we hate Whammons. We hate Whammons. Forget that. We can't talk about her. She has nothing to do with it. She did not impact our childhoods or growing up at all, did she, Rob?
No, absolutely not. I mean, she only wrote like half the episodes of G.I. Joe and Star Trek Next Generation.
He-Man.
Yep. And She-Ra. She had, well, but she was
first and foremost, she was working in the 1960s as a writer on Star Trek.
Suck it, Trekkie modern people who are like, oh, you don't like women, you don't like. Yeah, if we didn't, we wouldn't have watched Star Trek in the first place.
Massive fucking loss to the community, though.
Absolutely. $5 super chat. One Immortal Coil. Hail the High Council. Hail chat. Smash the Baby Yoda button. May the show be smooth, sandless, and neat like bow ties. Fist bump, skull, beer clinking, and a cigarette. Probably the smoke weed every day one though. I do actually have a 420 emoji for channel members.
I hate sand; it gets everywhere.
$2 super chat, Rosetta Allen. You are all amazing. Rosetta, you're amazing. Holy shit, Jeremy. $50 super chat, Geeks and Gamers. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Congratulations on your first High Council Mecha. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
Oh, make me blush, everybody. $2 super chat, Deranged Lunatic. I shout out to Deranged Lunatic. He follows me from stream to stream, not like a stalker, but like a friend. From Creepy Little Book to here to everywhere. And Creepy Little Book's like my other home, along with Midnight's Edge After Dark when I'm not here on my own channel. So if you guys like paranormal stuff, check me out over there. If you like more news, Hollywoody stuff, Midnight's Edge.
Yeah, she made us give her own bathroom. But I don't blame her. If you ever went into the bathroom after Rob, yeah.
Hey, all that
yeah, Santiago. Deranged Lunatic. So Mecha is not a virgin anymore. Interesting.
This is the most people you've ever had on a stream at once, isn't it?
Almost. I got a weird
you had
Captain Marvel stream that had like 1,000 people in it, and I don't know.
Well, no, I mean like on the stream in.
Oh, like in my thing. Yeah, I think so. Not since we were doing like gaming streams where we're not like actually talking about stuff, where we're just playing a game or something. Yeah. Australian $10 super chat, Sister Harrow. Thank you so much from Midnight's Edge After Dark. I see you over there all the time. $5 super chat, David L. Hello, Queen Mecha. We love you. Sorry, I'm trying to go through these quick.
No, you're fine.
It's fine. Feel free to interrupt me though. I will shut up. Feel free to interrupt me. $2.22 super chat, Wes Moody. Jarbo Matt sucks. Hail Mecha.
We won't comment on that.
I don't know. I don't watch him. $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Matt G. Doesn't say anything, but thank you so much. $2 super chat, Rosetta Allen. Rosetta again. Thank you so much. I side with Ryan about Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
But no, Jeremy, I think you pointed it out. The thing about Baby Yoda and the whole thing about the Mandalorian is great, and it really pisses in their cereal is that we're not yelling at Jon Favreau. We're not screaming at Dave Filoni. We're discussing and debating the show and Baby Yoda and other elements of Star Wars again, unlike we had been for the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, I agree. And if we're arguing about things within the world of Star Wars, I'm 100% okay with that. I don't want to argue about political messaging and should there be more of this gender or that gender. I just don't. It's nonsense, and that's what Kathleen Kennedy's brought to the table.
I showed my mom a picture of Baby Yoda. My mom knows nothing about Star Wars, and she said, "Oh my God, that is so adorable!" I'm like, "See, Baby Yoda unites everyone, young and old." See?
Yep, it's true. It is absolutely true. So I'm loving it. I'm loving if you take Baby Yoda out of the Mandalorian, you definitely don't have the same show, unfortunately. It's still a good show and it's still entertaining. But that's the magic element to it, you know.
Well, what if it were like a random kid? I wouldn't be watching it if it were just some random like let's take Boba Fett as a little kid from the Clone Wars or whatever episode. What was it, episode 2 he was in? Let's take that kid and just say, oh, and that's the kid you're protecting. I wouldn't watch it. I don't care.
Another thing too, you got to give it up to Pedro Pascal because it has got to be incredibly difficult to act behind a mask like that, behind the helmet.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know if that's him in there. He could just be doing the voice, or is he in the actual costume?
Word is that's him.
Is it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he's doing a magnificent job of really acting when you can't see his face. I mean, that is actually very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Job of the Cuck. We need baby Cecil. Yes.
That would be great. That would be great. All right. Well, hey, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and bounce everybody. I wasn't planning on being here, but then when I heard Mecha was going to go live for the first time, I had to hop on here for a bit and show some support.
It's an honor.
She's great, and I appreciate you guys having me on. Long live the High Council. And it won't be the last time you hear from me unless I die tomorrow or something. And then it is the last time. And it'll be special. So,
no, you can't die because then I'll be like,
she will fucking blame herself.
No, well, I mean, I have 2 goals every day. Is one, don't die and don't get ass raped. And so far, I've been successful so far I've been successful every day of my life. There was a questionable time at a Waffle House in Alabama, and I was like, I might fail on one of these 2, and I'm hoping I get killed. But I didn't suffer either one of them, thankfully. So
I gotta tell you, speaking of Waffle House, that's my brother Dave's big ambition right now is to go to a Waffle House because we don't have them up here in the Northeast. He's like, he wants to drive 2 hours to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania to go to a Waffle House. I'm like, would you please aim higher? Come on.
Oh man. Well, you guys have a great night. Mecha, if you ever need anything, I got you. Midnight Edge, guys. So pleasure to stream with you.
Thank you.
And I guess Jeremy doesn't have time for the High Council, but he has time for the High Council. So I'll leave you with that one. So good night, everybody.
Take care,
Jeremy from Geeks Gamers.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Yay. Oh no, now the boss left us away.
Time has come.
Oh well, speaking of photos, did you guys see that Star Wars cast photo where they're absolutely just the picture says 1,000 words. I had to use it as the thumbnail. I had to. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, share screen. This one. This nice, lovely.
You got Rose Tico like, what? You got Isaacs. I'm like, I don't want to be here. John Boyega's like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Freaking Kerry Russell is saying, put on a happy face like the Joker. Daisy Ridley is like, I'm in a movie. I was in a movie. I'm Ray. I'm in a movie. Anthony Daniels is like, what the fuck?
You know what's funny is if you watch the actual video, you can almost read his lips. He actually says something to the effect of, after 40 years, this is it. Or that's it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, we can break down the whole video if you guys want to. I've got it here. Can it? I have to. Oh no, I have to share.
You have to share with the
separately
sound. Yeah.
with the sound here. Yeah. We will have to probably talk over it a little bit. Share screen.
Do.
Yay, sure. And it's kind of plays a little janky too, so it's gonna probably stutter out a little bit once it starts. I don't know how long the live stream was starting, so once it starts. But this was the whole. They asked the what was it? They asked them at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland to do a live stream Q&A with Star Wars fans across the internet. This comes from a Collider article. And inevitably, the subject of the film's ending came up. Rather than risk spoilers, the interviewer asks the cast to make facial expressions that best conveyed their feelings about the epic story's ending. The result was ... hilarious. Yeah, kind of hilarious. That was pretty darn hilarious. So, how long does it take for the broadcast to start?
Well, we have it. We've actually got audio from the future of actually reactions from audiences watching the Rise of Skywalker, and I have it right here. This is audience's reaction when they saw the last Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker. Okay, so yeah, we fired up the DeLorean just for that. So
the last Skywalker. It's gonna be the last.
Might as well be called the last Skywalker. Fuck it. I don't. Yeah.
All right, it's pretty soon here. Assuming we can get to it. I was gonna say
Release Jedi.
All right, can you hear it? There they are. There's JJ.
I am so excited.
Oh look! We have people who actually went to Galaxy's Edge.
Well, they don't count because they were paid to.
I was gonna say, what's funny is they're sitting right there, and all those people behind them have no clue they're up there. My ass, those are paid actors to just mingle around in the background.
Paid
probably.
extras? You think they're paid extras?
I doubt it. I don't. They're told not to talk to the actors.
Don't even look at them. You can't even look at them.
A huge intro to everybody here. We'll go down
But
line.
the people milling around, if they are patrons, they're probably saying, "My God, I've got to pay $42."
I kind of want John Boyega's shoes.
I want to know what thrift store this girl on the right got her outfit from, because that is 1980s.
Ali Sheedy dropped that off right after she finished Short Circuit.
I know. I was just gonna say she needs like taller boots. She needs those 1980s knee boots. But other than that, and shoulder pads. Other than that, this is something that Marina Sirtis wore on Pictionary.
Freaking Oscar Isaac's got like a jacket from a bowling team or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, what's
there.
funnier to me, and I've noticed this in pictures and Daisy Ridley whenever I've seen her in interviews, what is her obsession with 80s hooker fucking pumps or whatever you want to call them? Shoes.
That's what she thinks Americans wear.
90% of the pictures I've seen her in, yeah, very gaudy 80s style high heels. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm nitpicking on that part. She's a very beautiful woman, though. Don't get me wrong.
No, she's attractive, but it's and they get.
And this haircut does so much more for her than anything she's had in the movies. I'll say that much too for this interview.
How are you guys doing this morning?
Great. Blah blah blah. How are you doing this morning? Who cares? Blah blah blah.
This is the end chapter in the Skywalker saga. It's such a huge deal.
It's the end. Yes, it's the end chapter.
It's the end chapter. Who cares?
They said that 40 years ago.
Can I just watch Return of the Jedi again? I mean,
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
John's shoes are tacky as fuck. Chef Carolyn.
Oscar Isaac's getting great. You need this Grecian formula there, buddy, or whatever.
And
they make just for men.
How does that? I mean, it feels really full circle. How is it for you, JJ, coming into this?
Oh, this is all bullshit. When do we get to the important stuff?
I think that's near the end.
It's near the end. 25-minute thing. Who cares? Blah, 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 JJ.
Everyone from every child in my entire neighborhood.
I was gonna say, maybe I can find just a clip of that.
Finn's the character that meets, kind of introduces all the new
Finn's the character that meets and introduces everybody. Who cares?
What's really fun about this?
Good name on Instagram. What is your favorite droid of all time?
Favorite droid of all time.
I'm guess that it's not the one sitting up here.
I'm gonna go with Gonk droid. I like the Gonk droid.
What's your favorite droid? Who cares? These are just bullshit questions. Who the hell cares about any of this? Sorry, I gotta yell about this for a second. This is what I do on my normal videos. Why? All right. who cares what the actors' favorite droids are? Who cares if they've even seen the crappy movie at this point?
Here.
Tell me, like, did you actually finish this one? Do you actually have a script? Are you just piecing this piece of crap together? You go like this is why we call all of these sites shills. And I don't know who this chick is. I've never seen her before in my life. She just who wants to know these little stupid fluff questions just so you can say he. I got to talk to Oscar, whatever his name is, from the Last Jedi. Who cares about these? Like, this isn't interesting. You know, this is like asking somebody what their favorite color is. So, then this is why they wonder why, like, the Fandom Menace gets millions and millions of views on their videos, and these people are struggling because nobody cares.
Okay, Carrie, we've got a question from Mar on Twitter for you. If you had to pick one song to describe your character,
One song to describe your character. Who cares?
my embarrassing story gave.
Yeah, embarrassing story.
I'm so excited to watch the film, and I'm so excited.
Okay, Mikey Spock.
It's Naomi Aki.
I'm not getting my hair wet.
Oh, not for nothing. I mean, remember when J.J. Abrams was writing that Spider-Man comic?
Mm-hmm.
It turns out, you know how we always say he's a repurposer? It turns out all he did, him and his son, was repurpose Spider-Man one more day. It's just like, I believe it. Yeah. I'm like, he couldn't come up with anything. He can't come up with anything on his own. And so he just takes, and this is Screen Rant saying J.J. Abrams' Spider-Man is repeating Marvel's worst story. Oh my God, he cannot come up with an original idea. All he does is make everything around him worse. It's unreal. It's unreal.
So where did you guys say it was like 21 minutes or so where they're asking him to make the faces?
If not, I sent you John Talk's edit of it. I doubt he'll mind if we use it.
All right, I hate using somebody else's, but I guess we can.
Well, we're plugging his channel. So
yeah, you guys already subscribed to John Talks, right?
Someone saying
a few people in the chat have been saying to use it anyway.
Just use it. All right. So you guys already subscribed to him here.
If not, get your butt over there and subscribe to John Talks. I did.
Yeah, and if he's in chat, definitely send him a link too.
I did already, actually.
All right,
So
okay.
I'm just trying to save it for surprises in case somebody didn't show up. But yeah.
Expression. What was your reaction to the end of the movie? But don't use words, okay? I'm going to count you in, do it all at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
These are actors.
Oh my God.
They are supposed to be able to emote. So what are we getting from this? Okay, Kelly Marie Tran's got to take a poop. Carrie Russell's just like, I'm supposed to be happy and crying. Anthony Daniels is just like, what the fuck? This chick, whatever her name is, I can't remember now. After 40 years, this is it. That's what he says. Yes.
Oh my God, this is going to suck.
Star Wars.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, definitely here, give John Talks
Yeah, throw that in the chat. So
yeah,
check that out.
Give him a watch here. Oh Lord.
That is amazing edit of that. I couldn't have done it better myself either. I just love all their expressions because these are actors. And I'm sorry for yelling into the mic, folks, but goddamn, they're supposed to be able to emote. If anything, come up with a fake response. You know what I mean? Come up with like a sense of awe.
Yeah. It was, well, no, they're giving their honest reaction. Like, they're emoting just fine. They're emoting, oh my God, what the fuck is this mess? This is
Carrie Russell's just like, I'm glad I cashed that check already.
Well, I mean, this is exactly. Let me see if I can find it here.
After 40 years, this is it.
If you guys remember this,
what is it? What am I looking at here?
This is Kit Harington in the final table read of Game of Thrones.
Well, that's also similar to, remember when they had that video? I think somebody else posted on Twitter too. I can't remember who it was. Probably John Talks or something like that. But where it had her reaction on a red carpet somewhere or something or other, where they asked her what her reaction to the end of Game of Thrones was, and She gave a very similar reaction to what these guys are giving to the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. Exactly, Emilia Clarke. It's gonna be a thing. I think I made a video on that actually. Yeah, this is them at the table read.
Like Jason Stevens, 500 yen.
So yeah, what are they saying in the chat about this? And let's see what they're saying in the chat real quick, and then we'll hit up some more super.
They say God, the actors knew it was bad. Perfect.
Boyega and Isaac just wondering how it got so bad, how they wasted precious
They're like,
years.
my career is over.
People of Alpha and Omega, best trilogy ever.
Tico has the best reaction. What's funny is I didn't even recognize her at first.
Captain Blaster, you named after the Phil Hartman voice video game character?
I would imagine.
Skywalker.
Oh god.
Two.
Yeah, Kelly Marie Tran. I love her.
Boyega just looks depressed.
Yeah, Boyega's like, this better not ruin my fucking career.
Right? He's like, I'm hoping to have a career after this.
See, Kelly Marie Tran actually saw what the space horses look like.
Look at Ryan. Look at JJ's fucking. I almost called him Ryan Johnson.
He's the same.
He's just like, I'm not even sure what the ending is yet.
He hasn't even seen the movie yet, to be fair.
Like, you guys saw the movie? The movie's done?
I think there's a couple more changes I have to make now. Order more reshoots.
Like, he went from being Steven Spielberg Jr. to George Lucas Jr. Leave the fucking movie alone. Let it out. Quit messing with it.
He's becoming Uwe Boll Jr. at this point. My God.
Touche.
Oh Lord, this is not going to be good.
I think Uwe Boll would have made a much better Star Wars movie, to be honest. What we've gotten so far. It'd have been trash, but at least it'd have been, something to be like, you know what?
That's all I thought with that. Well, take it. Cha-ching. My career is over. My career is over. No, he's going to change it again. Just watch. Yeah. There were no screenings, says Jar Jar. There were no screenings, says Jar Jar. Listen, you don't make a 200.
Actually, there were right here. He says it right here. There are screenings right here. Right here.
Yeah. Which goes to show you don't make a $200 million movie and not show it to anybody before you release it to get some feedback. Come on.
No. They didn't. And here's the thing. There's all these little idiots over there online on social media and the media themselves. The access media, the people who just want to suck the dicks of everybody. No, they're using semantics about. And no, it wasn't a test screening to the public. Obviously, this isn't hey, we're just gonna bring in a whole bunch of randos. But right here, he's shown it to friends and family screenings. I've shown it at a friends and family screening. Of course, I've shown it at a friends and family screening. There were test screenings. Of course, I've shown it at a friends and family screening. Now, if there's any boulder pushing idiots watching this, which they're not allowed to be because they're banned on my channel, and they will be prosecuted if they come anywhere near me.
Or happy campers.
Yeah, they're just playing semantics. That's all they're doing is they're playing semantics. And no, they've never done the public test screenings because of leaks, but they have done screenings, of course, for friends and family. Stop playing semantics.
And what's funny about this is we've all covered the leaks. Doomcock's covered the leaks, Nerdrotic, World Class Bullshitters. Jeremy,
did you see the John Campea rant on the test screens? Well, just point him to this article.
Well, not just that. They can talk all they want, but that means somebody's leaking something. If they're just showing it to friends and family, then your friends and family think it's that goddamn bad because they leaked it out. Because you know what? Every trailer you guys keep releasing makes a bunch of those leaks more and more real. Every time we turn around, there's another trailer every day.
Every time. They're confirming things every day.
The Sith dagger, the secret fleet. Oh God.
And this is a quote from the Esquire article.
Yeah, for those who called us a liar for saying that Star Wars is still shooting, by the way.
Yeah, it's right there in Esquire. If anybody wants to know.
Oh, but you don't know what they finished. It could have been ADR, could have been editing, it could be.
Well, we know that for a fact that. Yeah, it's more than that because John Williams just dropped a tweet that he just turned over his score.
And and you don't score a movie until you have footage. How it works is you show the footage, you play the footage in front of the director, and the orchestra plays on top of it.
And then what was it, a week and a half ago, Anthony Daniels posted that he finally just finished his work on the film?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he had to probably be done by then, because you know why? His book came out right around the same time. So he had to probably go out on book tours and shit. So they're like, you got Anthony Daniels till this date, and that's it. Because I got his book too. I've been reading it.
Exactly.
How is it?
It's kind of more just puffy, like, poor me, I'm Anthony Daniels, and I was stuck in this costume all the time. That's
You took
most
the job, dude.
he gets to that point. It's kind of it's just from his point of view, nothing real juicy yet. Kind of real. It reads more like an article than it does an actual book. He's on like chapter 36,
So
but
he's
his
just
chapters.
dictating it.
But his chapters are so short. It's not even funny. Like,
It's like reading Dan Brown. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. I got the audiobook, so he reads it. So it's cool to have 3PO reading it to you. But
I started listening to the audiobook of the Bro Code. And that was actually from How I Met Your Mother with Neil Patrick Harris narrating it. That's actually pretty funny.
yeah, like Brad
No
DL
one
said,
knows
it's
about
kind of
it.
like a diary. You get like random memories from Star Wars, and then he jumps to the next movie and the next, things in between here and there. He talks about the Christmas special and stuff.
Graham Rigg, Benedict Cumberbatch isn't Khan, J.J. Abrams. Yeah, and the only thing for all of them saying, the J.J. Abrams said there's no reshoots, there's no reshoot. Yeah, the only thing we've learned over the years is that J.J. Abrams is a horrible liar.
Yeah, because he just told us he just finished shooting it last Sunday.
Yep.
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday.
The fact that they haven't got all their story straight undermines their whole cause.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't just be minor reshoots, or John Williams would have been done a long time ago. They would have had a few locked versions done to the point where reshoots are where you do a couple pickups.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to tighten something up, maybe shoot a scene to fix, a problem because you got to cut out something else. That's what reshoots are for.
Yes.
They've been reshooting this thing longer than they were shooting.
Well, that's because the original shot was all improv, and that's what they said, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We're improvising.
And then I brought up last night on After Dark, and I think I'm right, that Jon Favreau conceived of and filmed and completed The Mandalorian in less time than it took for JJ to finish this movie.
Yep.
What are you doing all this time, JJ?
Well, they've been filming. They've been shooting and reshooting. You know how ADHD this man is. He goes and I want this shot. Well, what does it have to do with the story? I don't know. And then they're like, and then he goes, I want this shot. What does that have to do with the story? I don't know. And then they're scrambling to piece all of these, oh my God, I want this shot into the movie things. And that's how J.J. Abrams seems to work. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from somebody who's just a smart person, observant of Hollywood.
I think JJ proved in Tarantino, because Tarantino's a very honest person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's full of shit. I think when he told that story about JJ, that is exactly almost word for word what happened. And I think we knew this before, but I think that just confirmed to us that JJ is all about substance and all about flair and could care less about substance. He's like, nobody likes it, nobody cares, when he was talking about his incarnation of Star Trek 9. Like, he doesn't even have any, attachment to his own shit. Like, he's not even defending his own shit.
It's all empty calories. When we said to Tarantino, don't worry about it, nobody likes it anyway, nobody understands it, remember?
That's my point. That's like, he doesn't even have the audacity to go, there's a group of people who like, and you even he could even come in with a different way, because Tarantino likes his cast. Okay, that's the only reason. See, Tarantino, and this is what I got out of that too. Tarantino could have just went to Paramount and said, I want to make a Star Trek movie. I don't want to make it with him. But I think he's friends with JJ, And I think that he also likes the cast because he's brought that up several times. That he loves this young cast. He's like, they're like the perfect incarnation, and they captured the spirit, blah, 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 all that kind of crap.
Well,
so he wanted to make an old school Star Trek story with this cast, is what he wants to do.
Well, I think Tarantino is considerate enough to not just trample on what other people have done.
He isn't to a point, but he also wants to, and that's his thing. Like he was saying, I want this cast, but I don't want it to be this other stuff. I want it to be like William Shatner's Star Trek. That's what he wants.
William Shatner Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, there was a video I've been meaning to make, but I can share it with you guys now here. It's basically when this movie makes about $1 billion, which we know it will, we're going to know why. And a lot of that's due to what Quentin Tarantino says here. I'm going to play a little clip of this. Now, this is from a couple of years ago with the Last Jedi and the Hateful Eight, but it kind of applies today.
Oh, this I remember because he was pissed.
Oh yeah. This was good. Howard Stern. So
I just learned something the other day. It was real bad news, and it really fucking pissed me off. And I think I want to voice it right now.
Please. This is good.
Basically,
I've seen this like 10
I'm not
times.
talking about the whole country. I'm talking about one theater.
Oh, I could elaborate. It is kind of the whole country because it's one of their standard policies, was it not, to buy out the entire month.
It is theirs, but what he's saying is this is what he wanted was just one theater. He didn't want any other theaters, just one.
Exactly.
Oh, you sound nervous about this.
Well, that's a big fucking deal.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, we were going to play at the Cinerama Dome on the 25th. We were going to open there and play there exclusively for 2 weeks. And Star Wars was going to play the 2 weeks before us. And I grew up in Los Angeles, so I think of the Cinerama Dome as a real big deal and imagine seeing it at the Cinerama Dome.
Means something to you.
Exactly.
We gotta keep talking over this to break it up because of copyright. Yeah. So keep chiming in, guys.
Cinerama Dome, we should probably explain people aren't familiar with what Cinerama Dome is.
Historic Los Angeles theater, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty big deal though. I mean, it's a pretty big theater, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, not only that, it's one of the few with the biggest, I think, 70mm screen and all that kind of crap. And he just wanted it for one weekend or whatever it was to premiere his movie. But they wouldn't, because if they didn't take the Star Wars movie, Disney wouldn't let them have any other movies or whatever, their little game they were playing.
Oh, yeah, let's let them. Yeah, okay. All right, back to
Lone Star Wars.
Yes.
Decided, well, you know what? Maybe we want to play throughout the entire holiday season. And not, so we're going to go to the Cinerama Dome and say that they can't honor their contract with us to show the Hateful Eight. And the ArcLight people that own the Cinerama Dome said, no, you can't do that. We have a deal with the Hateful Eight people, and showing it in 70. That's what we do. We have the 70mm projectors. They didn't have to move them in. That's the thing. We start off with the Cinerama logo at the beginning. As of yesterday,
here it comes. Here it comes.
Came to the ArcLight people and said, no.
Wow.
You are going to play Star Wars in the Cinerama Dome for the entire holiday season. And if you don't, if you honor your deal with the Hateful Eight, we will not allow you to have Star Wars, the biggest movie in the world. We will not allow you to show it at any of your ArcLight movie theaters.
So
all right, pause.
Yeah. It wasn't just that theater. It was any of them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All.
Yeah. Then they came back with that, which is basically blackmail almost.
So now when we hear all these box office totals, we're going to hear a much higher box office total than I think a lot of people might be expecting. In my opinion, I'm not going to be surprised if this thing it does all these record-breaking numbers or anything they can do to get as many butts in the seats that they can. Because look at what they did with the Captain Marvel. They're playing these in every theater in the movie house, or else you can't play them at all. And this is something they've been doing for a while. They did this. The other thing, you remember, you and I, Rob and I, actually looked at this article not too long ago, where it looked like that they were taking 75% cut.
They were
taking
more
than that, probably.
Well, they were initially taking 65%, but if they didn't keep, I think it was if they didn't keep The Last Jedi, it was in these theaters for the entire month. They were looking at like a minimum of 4-week run, I believe it was. Then, if they pulled it from screens early, then Disney would take another 5% on top of that.
Oh, here's the article.
Well, to be fair, though, this is not a new practice.
No.
Disney didn't do this before. I mean, Lucasfilm has done this before Disney. He did it with the prequels. And I think he even had it I think it was like a 12-week thing on the Phantom Menace, if I remember right. Like theaters had to hang on to it for. But anyway, so yeah, they adopted it though, and it's a practice that a lot of the other studios do in certain instances, but Disney's the worst at it, that's for sure.
Yeah, now this is kind of similar to what you're saying. Go ahead.
Well, behind the curtain, the Walt Disney Company is demanding an unprecedented requirements on theaters to show the movie. That's The Last Jedi. Hollywood studio will receive 65% of the ticket revenue from the film, a record, and is requiring theaters to show the movie in their largest auditorium for at least 4 weeks. As Darth Vader said, it is useless to resist. If the theater violates any part of the distribution agreement, Disney could take an additional 5% cut. The film is expected to make more than $500 million at the box office in the U.S. alone. In terms, the terms may be worth it for big theater chains, given the film's expected popularity. The demands mean even more problems, however, for the last of an American icon, independent and small town theaters such as Elgator Cinema in Northeast Iowa. Pardon me. The biggest reason I'm not going to show it is the 4-week minimum playtime, owner Lee Aiken told the Des Moines Register, that is. My little town cannot afford to play any movie for that long a time. Does Disney care? Perhaps it doesn't have to, as it takes control of more than a quarter of the market share at the box office, and theaters have lost leverage as ticket sales have fallen. But if Disney heeds the lessons of the Star Wars films, it should understand the dangers of unlimited power and greed. It should know that even mighty empires have weaknesses. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, okay. So
yeah, like I said, this isn't necessarily new, but this is some pretty underhanded bullshit. And it's kind of ironic because all the way back to the original Star Wars, this is some stupid trivia, but theaters were forced to take Star Wars if they wanted The Other Side of Midnight, which was expected to be this big, huge drama that was based on a novel at the time, because they expected Star Wars to flop. So it's kind of like in Star Wars history in a way, but Disney's really been doing some really heavy-handed bullshit, and that's what I think the point Mecha's getting at here, especially with the Tarantino thing. Like, that's bullshit. They couldn't even let him have it for that weekend. You know, it's like, and they had a contract with him just for one theater, and yeah, I remember covering that story. Was I with you yet, Rob? Were we in Midnight's Edge After Dark yet? I think.
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
2017? That might have been where I heard it from initially, but yeah.
I think we were either just on the we were around there, somewhere's around there, but
starting maybe?
No, maybe I covered it on my own, if not.
We were starting in 2017 because remember when The Last Jedi came out, you guys
had already done Discovery.
My first movie officially with Midnight's Edge was Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie. But the first video I worked on was the Emoji Movie one. But you were over on my channel for like a good 3-4 months before that, just kind of prepping everything with me and Andre behind the scenes. So yeah, like April of 2016 that would be.
I remember. I remember seeing you. I subscribed to Midnight's Edge for Ghostbusters in 2016 and that type of stuff. Then 2017 with all of the Star Trek stuff. You guys were doing Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, so it would have been 2017. That's right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it was I just wanted to pick on just some of the little underhanded tricks and things when people will be saying, "Oh, you guys said the movie's gonna flop." Actually, no, we're not. It's not gonna flop. It's gonna do really well. It might underperform, but it's not gonna flop.
Yeah, we've only said that it's us, including everybody, meaning Doomcock and the entire Fandom Menace and Nerdrotic and World Class and all them guys. We've all said the same thing, Jeremy included, I'm sure. I've all said the same thing. It'll do fine. It's not going to flop, but it will underperform. And they're already getting it ready for that because they're giving it a wide wake. Because they're saying 175 to 200 million, which is already a drop from its initial 220 million projection. So it's going to keep going down a little bit. Whoops.
It's gonna be like Solo. Remember how it kept dropping and dropping with Solo?
150 million, 140 million, 130 million. Then finally came in 95 million? 85
something like that. It lost more than it made or something.
Did it even make that much the opening weekend? Maybe it did.
Not a lot, no.
I don't even think it beat Wonder Woman its opening weekend, did it?
No, I don't think so.
Because that Wonder Woman performed like 30% better than they had anticipated, from what I recall.
Minus 95% second week. Well, I think a lot of people are going to go see it the second week because that second week is going to be that Christmas New Year holiday. So
you think so, or you think they're going to go see Jumanji?
You're going to have a lot of the older people saying, "Oh, I should probably go and see how that Star Wars movie ends," because I remember Dark Vader. That's what my mother called him today. That's what my mother literally called him.
What's funny is, yes, I've heard him called it. But here's the funny thing, and I know I brought this up on After Dark, but a lot of these people haven't heard this, but it's true. My local theater nearby is a smaller theater, so they don't do first run movies very often. And they have been here and there recently, especially when we get into the holidays, they do a lot of the bigger holiday movies. Well, they asked on a poll on Facebook if people would rather they'd get Jumanji 3 or Rise of Skywalker. And like almost by a landslide, Jumanji was winning last I looked. It was like 3-1 or almost, it was at least 2-1, if not 3-1.
Jumanji!
And these are normal folk, guys. These aren't like the geeky people. These are like people who go hunting, deer hunting, and
drink
beer on the weekends, and
people who just are like, "Hey, I'll go see that new Star Wars movie." Yeah, I'll go see a movie. What's playing? Star Wars is playing. I should probably go see that last one, and they'll be trickling in because that's what a lot of people did.
But I don't know if they will, Mecha. Here's my point with that whole voting thing. They're more like, that last Star Wars movie wasn't that good. I'd rather watch The Rock again doing the Jumanji thing.
That's true. Or they might only do one movie and Frozen 2 will still be playing. So their kid will either drag them to that or...
Well, that's the thing. That small theater showing that now. So whatever this next movie will be, because they have to keep the Disney movies for, I think they've had it now since it came out. And I think they'll have to keep it for like a full month or whatever. Mm-hmm. Is whatever Disney does.
Yeah. And that's crippling if you've got just a tiny... Well, did they have at least 2 screens or just one?
Just one. They're just a small little theater. Yeah, Tom's Theater showing You've Got Mail. Yeah, they just got rid of that last week. They're just.
Actually, you know what? I know what I'm thinking about doing. Actually, the night the Rise of Skywalker premieres. I'm thinking about watching Major League.
Well, that's because that was a gift I got you for Christmas. But no, here's the funny thing about that people bring up. To finish real quick with the joke that he brought up, about He Got Mail. It took a long time for them to get movies when I was a kid, and that's where I normally went to go see movies. So, like, to me, movies that came out in the summer, like Gremlins and Die Hard and shit, were actually Christmas movies because they didn't get them until Christmas. Anyway, go ahead, Rob. You were saying so. I'm sorry.
But no, I'd rather stay home and save the $12 and watch a movie that I know
is good. Yeah, I would rather watch something I know is good. If you put any movie, like put Christmas Vacation back in the theater again, I might go see that again in the theater because at least I know it's good at this point.
Actually.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it in the theater a couple of times here and there over the years since its original release, but. Oh, I do have some more super chats to get through. Thank you guys for being patient here. So a $5 super chat. Let's see. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Ort Cloud Clown Come Cowboy. Hey, fellow sci-fi lovers. Maybe you'd like my comic that I'm making, Children of Genesis. Thank you from a member of the Fandom Menace. So hopefully I'm saying your name correctly by saying that. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Definitely check that out. Comic book. £2 super chat British. Theropod Hunter. Disney shot first. Yes, they did. Matt G, holy crap, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Matt G. First Order had a strategy blunder as well. Kylo is the leader of the First Order and Hux is the second. Why are they in the same place during the battle at the end of Last Jedi?
Yeah, you usually don't want your officers together in case they get wiped. One of them gets killed. Yeah.
Because they don't know military. They know military about as well as Star Trek,
Because these are fictional characters. You can do whatever you want. Which annoys the piss out of me.
Oh, I know. $10 super chat. It's a Vase production. Thank you so much. Mandalorian works because it's actually trying to work with fans and with the hero's journeys. In Mandalorian, the stories are written by people that care about the story going forward and the past. Absolutely. I think so too. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. From, I'm saying your name wrong again, Ort Cloud Clown Come Cowboy. Failed to mention that it's Indiegogo. Children of Genesis. Okay, so it's on Indiegogo. Definitely check that out if you guys are interested. Holy crap, $20 super chat. It's a Vase production. Thank you so much. She started as a camera assistant, probably Kathleen Kennedy, and moved producer. She should not be in charge of story. She's now using this IP for her own uses, and it's failing, and they can't fire her because of the whole public policy is diversity. Yep.
Well, that one interview she did, she got hired by that one, I can't remember if it was a news or whoever was, if it was a network affiliate or not, but to cover sports and stuff as an assistant camera operator or whatever. And the whole reason she got the job is because they just wanted to see how a woman would do in that position, because women don't normally do those jobs. So she was a diversity hire from the start, and then I
earned that diversity hire, Thomas. Don't you understand?
Canadian $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Steve DeMaria. Or is it Di Maria? Ryan Johnson killed Epstein. He might have. We don't know. Allegedly,
we'll have to see whatever his last movie he watched. Maybe it was The Last Jedi. We don't know.
$4.99 super chat. TLJ Russian bot. Thank you so much. Hey gang, what do you think of that spoiler where Rey deflects Palpatine's Force lightning back into him for the win? It sounds pretty weak.
Yeah, it sounds like some JJ would come.
Wasn't that in the leaks?
Yoda could do that. I can't imagine she's as strong as Yoda, because Luke couldn't even deflect the shit.
They'll make sure she's as strong as Yoda. They'll make sure.
If they do that, that is pure over the top Mary Sue right there. I mean, they can't
They're
even
just doubling down.
I was gonna say they can't even argue that anymore, because, like I said, Luke was getting his ass pummeled with Force lightning by Palpatine, and that's when Vader come in and intervene. And then look at it, Yoda, he even had a rough time combating it.
$20 super chat, DJ Ray. Thank you so much. You have the Baby Yoda picture. Hail Mecha, hail Jeremy, hail High Council. Thanks for keeping the High Council going. And yeah, if you guys are still sticking around, it is going back over to World Class Bullshitters next week. Mahler will definitely be on next week. So this is a little bit of my bad why we're getting basically Midnight's Edge taking over the High Council this week.
Sorry, guys.
But because I thought initially that it was supposed to be me finding people for over here, and then Jeff was going to be on for sure. He's stuck at the airport, so that part was the unplanned part, or else Jeff would.
Yeah, and somebody else we were hoping was going to show up. Didn't.
Yeah, we were hoping. Well, I mean, it's out there if any of them do want to pop in.
Yeah,
so
there's still
out there.
a
I sent
plausibility.
some links out there. We might get some more people in. So I was thinking, okay, so I've got to ask people. And then people are like, oh no, Mahler's going to be on. You don't have to ask it. Okay. So my bad. Completely.
What's Professor Geek doing? We should ask him. He's a great guy. He's a great guest.
Hey, Pete.
Oh, hey, Pete. I'll get your super chat too in a second, but I was just telling people that check me out on Creepy Little Book also. So go click on Pete's name and chat there. And if anyone's a mod, you can drop a link, because we talk about paranormal, occult, UFOs, punk rock, food porn. It's very 420 friendly. Here's your cue to put up the soundbite, Rob.
For 420?
Never mind, you lost it. No, it's too late.
It's just as late like any good stoner. 1999 super chat, Michael Clark. Thank you so much, Michael Clark. You were so generous, and I think I'm gonna do an unboxing stream tomorrow. I've got a giant pile of PO box stuff, and I know Michael Clark sent a lot of those. 1999 super chat from Michael Clark. Becca racking up the super chats. Yes! ! Well, thank you so much. $2 super chat. It's a Vase Productions. Star Wars should be separate from today. Yeah. Can you what?
Can I just like there's a graph up here I found of the
Okay.
hero's journey.
Okay.
Can we put that on the screen for me?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and screen share it or link it.
Well, no, it probably won't work very well when I do it. But I just want to make a point. We just keep reading the super chats. We'll get that. We'll get that.
All right. Well, if somebody wants to link that, because I've got the super chats over here on the screen. So yeah, if Tom wants to screen share it,
because Rob's technically declined.
Because Rob needs better internet. And he's gonna yell at me for saying that. $2 super chat. Thank you so much. It's Vase Productions. I already got that one, but thank you again. $2 super chat. Deranged Lunatic. Congrats, Mecha. You brought me nothing but enjoyment. Well, thank you so much. $2 super chat. Dr. Coffin Nails. Rise of Skywalker. My prediction equals pain. And thank you so much. And also, Dr. Coffin Nails was the first Fandom Menace viewer I ever met in person at a Ghost concert. So, yeah, that tells you anything about me. 500 yen. What?
That's cheap. My prediction: pain.
Okay. 500 yen super chat. Jason Stevens. Am I the only one getting an MJ vibe from Daisy? Thank you so much. What do you guys think? MJ vibe from Daisy?
No.
No?
No, I liked MJ.
Yeah.
I know some people who didn't, but I mean, I don't mind the character. So,
John Roberts has put the AL disc back in the drive and so.
Rob,
no,
you don't have to re-sign in to refresh. I keep telling you this. And Action Con got your Rocky reference too, by the way.
Yay! $2 super chat, Matt G. Test screening scheduled for December 19th. Probably. That's about right. Well, thank you so much, Matt G.
10 minutes before it's released. Well, that's what I sadly say. I didn't want to joke about it, but it's true. When they're talking about that one sick guy getting to see the movie early, it's like, the way it's going, he may have to wait just like the rest of us because JJ ain't gonna have it done in time. So no, luckily I believe he did get to see at least a rough cut, if not the locked cut of the movie. So
God. If they're only well, John Boyega just saw it today. It's $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Wayward Astronaut. So you're saying your friends and family were so offended that they walked out of the movie? Wow, that's just sad. Well, can you imagine showing somebody, hey, I'm somebody who worked on the Star Wars movie, and they just walk right out? That's really sad.
I don't know if anybody really walked out. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe nobody walked out, but they might have. And if they did, that's sad. And that's what I said to begin with. It's like, we know these leaks are real. We see it in the trailers. You can't deny that. So there's somebody's leaking the shit. And if it's your friends and family, that's bad. Because that's one thing we always get asked. I'll tell you, one of the things we get asked probably more than anything on Midnight's Edge is, why don't you guys report good news? It's because we never get good news. Because if things are going good, then people don't leak. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because tight lips loose lips sink ships. Yeah. So that's like a big mantra on sets. It's like generally if there's issues and people are having issues behind the scenes, that's when they leak. And Gary has told these stories before. I know Jeremy has too. And we've had these experiences too. Even Mecha and stuff, Star Trek and all that. These people come up to us, and even people who are involved in the show, they're like, I would never say this in front of my coworkers, but we listen to you guys. We know what you guys are saying. We feel the same way and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. So we know they're listening on top of the sources we already have. And what's funny is a lot of people are like, oh, your quote unquote sources are bullshit. It's like, if you guys even knew who some of our sources were, you wouldn't be saying some of that shit sometimes. That's all I'm just going to say on that.
Exactly. Because it's a well-known fact that we have been, that we've talked to some people who do actually work on these productions. We're not nobody. $2 super chat. Drake is 6. KK had to stuck. KK should have stuck to her lane like Roy Disney. Okay, sorry, that's me misreading. Thank you so much. Yeah, why didn't KK just kind of? Well, it's too late now, right? And $2 super chat. Creepy little book. Thank you so much. Also, yeah, definitely check me out over on High Strangeness. I really, really appreciate it. Let me see it. Motolicious. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Inserting modern politics dates your movie. Exactly. You're not wrong. $1.99 super chat. Comanche Viper. Thank you so much. Have you tried Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? I have not yet.
I got it, but I haven't played it yet. But a few other people in the Fandom Menace have, and they've all given it pretty good ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, Yellow Flash actually was stopped by my chat the other day, and he was saying, "Yeah, definitely get it, play it." So I don't know if I would. I don't know if it's my type of game, but I'm curious. It might be something. But Scravage can't do super chats right now, but give Streamlabs. Yes, and that was the last one I was going to get to from Scravage here. Congrats on all your success, Queen Mecha. $5 Streamlabs donation. I really, really appreciate it. And it says, congrats on all your success, Queen Mecha. We appreciate all your hard work. Thank you for speaking your mind. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm double checking to see if there's any more Streamlabs ones. I know the bot's a little spammy in there, so there's the Streamlabs links in there too. So,
well, it should be noted. I think you get all that money, right?
Oh yeah, well yeah, and it's just an alternative because some people don't like to give super chats, and
well, yeah, it's understandable. Who wants to give YouTube a buttload of money when they're trying to give it to you? So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I just figure it's a 30% YouTube tax for being allowed to be on their service, etc., etc. So
yeah.
J.J. Abrams acknowledged us.
Yeah, we brought that up a few times, but it's worth mentioning.
It's worth mentioning
over and over.
And let's acknowledge J.J. Abrams.
It stinks.
Oh my God, he is Jay Sherman.
He kind of is.
Except for the other way around, he thinks his shit don't stink.
But look, okay, now. Can anybody say now? You kind of had I was following this at the beginning, in The Force Awakens, because it just aped Star Wars. But can anyone point to any point on this chart and say that Rey has experienced this in The Last Jedi or up until now? Really, or Carl Manvers for that matter.
Manvers.
I mean, yeah, it's generally an arc, but it's here. It's portrayed as a circle. But if you were to chart the character growth of Rey or Carl Manvers or any of these broads, it would be a flat line. It really would. They're just supernatural aid. Well, the supernatural aid is the Force, or in Frodo's case, the ring.
Well, what's funny is most people don't realize, and I didn't know this until I read his biography. He didn't read Campbell's book until after he did Star Wars. He read that between, believe it or not. Yeah, so that's why Empire has most of the hero's journey shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he already equated it with what he did with Star Wars, and then the rest of it came with Empire.
Rey's character's development is as flat as Bree's butt. Yeah.
That's why the necessity to create Yoda came up, because he had killed Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he didn't think about, I'm going to need him later on.
He needed a mentor. Yeah, but the whole thing is, like I said, there's this whole idea now that the hero's journey, that's exclusively for straight white males. I'm like, no, it applies to anybody.
It works for Godzilla too, even though I don't know why Godzilla was up there.
Well, we were going to go into the toy thing, and I put it up too soon.
I like Godzilla toys.
Well, this is the thing. I do too.
Like that kid.
Well, no, we were
Christmas Story. I like Santa.
I put that one up too early because I was trying to share audio here.
Oh, gotcha.
Threshold became like, the challenges and temptations. What challenges did Rey face? None. She has no challenges. Help her like
sand.
No, she's practically perfect in every way.
Transformation. There was no transformation. She just had to realize how awesome she already was.
She downloaded the Force.
But to be fair, that's in the DLC itself.
Well, you had to pay extra to find that out in the book.
Yeah,
so it's
that's why I call it
yes,
DLC. Yeah,
yes, it's her DLC and our DLC.
She keeps fighting Kylo. There's no challenge there too. There's no challenge. She knew how to fight with a lightsaber with absolutely no training, and was able to best the student of Luke Skywalker, the hero of the galaxy. Come on.
What sucks is that they could have at least progressed his character off screen enough, to where he at least uses the Force to raise his little X-wing out of the water, because he couldn't give him something that he couldn't do. Ugh. I'm trying to remember who else did that. And you're like, oh, they're going to do it now. They're going to do it now. And then, it's actually satisfying because they didn't already. Was that in Bumblebee? That might have been in Bumblebee. I don't remember.
What'd you expect me to do? Go out there with a laser sword and face down the entire First Order? Yes! That's what a hero! That's what a hero does! Overcome impossible odds!
Yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to advance, you're not supposed to be replaced. I mean, this is still the Skywalker saga. This isn't, this shouldn't be little Mary Ray Sue's journey and killing off the old guys one by one. And that's kind of what it's become, it feels like.
Well, we know she's not technically doing it, but, I get it.
Yeah. Your heroes are old and fat, and they're dead. Look, we have a shiny new hero who's a woman. I hate using that word.
Well, and that's just it. The fact that she's a woman isn't even. Most people expected the new hero to be a woman. That wasn't the problem.
She's better because she has ovaries.
What's the problem is not only that, but that's not even the issue, because the ovaries have nothing to do with it, Rob.
No, she's better because you can cosplay as her, and especially if you're an ugly, mediocre-looking average girl who probably you might need a few cats in your life to not be lonely.
You should know by now, Rob, that she's so perfect she don't get her period anyway. Point is, I was trying to say is, I hate this argument that Luke was a Mary Sue. I am so sick of hearing that. It's like, I don't remember what show it was on anymore because I've been on so many in the last week. But we were just talking about the fact Luke only used the Force once in the first movie. And he still is shit at it in the second movie. Can't even lift the fucking rock. He lifts it for 2 seconds and he drops everything. Drops R2, damn near breaks him. I mean, he's lousy at using the Force, and even Yoda's like, don't leave. You're not ready yet. You suck. And he's like, no, I gotta go. He's like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. And what happens? Even Obi-Wan tells him, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
But Rey's the bestest.
And he loses a hand. And he loses a fucking hand in the process.
But Rey.
Remember when this? Actually, Yellow Flash is using that now too. That picture.
Be the spark that lights the fire, and may the force be with you.
It's growing on me. I think it's growing on me. I don't know. Did I lose my mind completely? It's kind of growing on me.
I just sent you a link in our chat here. I mean, if that's this is back in the day when Star Wars cosplaying used to be cool. Now check this out, people. There you go. Now that's cosplay.
Cosplay.
You even got a blue one back there.
Cosplay.
See?
Cosplay.
Cosplay.
Where's Cosby?
wait. Where's the slide whistle? Where's the slide whistle? Slide whistle. Okay. Do it. All right, I got it. Cosplay. Wait, that's the right one. I need more hands. Cosplay.
Exactly. It's just like they're just like the freaking flying nun. Come on.
Oh God. I like this one better. I do. I like this one a little better.
Wait, do that again,
Women
but then bring up my thing that I'm going to share here.
Women, they're embracing their femininity.
Cosplay. Bring up the next one. Cosplay. Now bring in my picture.
All right, where's your picture?
It's like a flat one.
Screen sharing here.
Yeah. Cosby. Okay, you had to go faster for it to be funnier.
I can't do it. Rob used the slide whistle. He left it with me. I'm not a slide whistle musician.
We were playing trivia one time, and there's a guy who plays trivia, Zalman. He was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He actually won like $150,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But there's a question: what wind instrument uses a slide? And I said, "Oh, it's a trombone." And he goes, "No, I think it's a slide whistle." I said, "Yes, Zalman, because who could forget Beethoven's famous slide whistle overture?"
I don't know how to play it. No, that's close. No. You'll use the kazoo.
Jeremy, that slide whistle makes sounds like Chick's vision after Cosby makes her drink.
We got too many I got like fake instruments.
I'm gonna mix you up a drink. It's called the Cosby Pudding Pop.
Speaking of giggity, what did everybody think of the Scarlett Johansson trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Last bit of news that we forgot about.
You know, I was gonna say that unless you wanted to talk about Lando.
Lando's Pando.
Before we moved on, but that's
no. Who cares? Scarlett Johansson. I want to talk about her butt.
I talk about her butt.
He says back in a second, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Her butt.
Well, that's all I remember from the trailers. That it was
Scarlett Johansson did say, we better hurry up and make this Black Widow movie while it could still fit into the suit.
She could fit into it just fine. Did you guys all see the trailer?
Yeah, she's terrific, Scarlett.
She looks amazing in that white outfit.
She looks amazing in every outfit.
Well, yes, she does, but that really stands. I like that a lot. And why wasn't this movie before Endgame? Please, somebody answer me.
Is this still Norway?
You're gonna get.
I don't know. They don't flag you for these.
That I think is Austria.
Is Austria? Oh, I want to go to Salzburg. Make it happen, people.
You gotta make it transformative.
Yeah, we are transformative. I've been pausing it every 2 seconds. I'm hearing you talk. Ballet. Oh, John Wick 3, Black Widow, and ballet. Let's do that. Or 4. No, this is the ballerina.
Well, a lot of that stuff's from flashbacks from before.
There we go. There you go. Let's just slow this one down, and we'll just watch that again a couple of times here.
Hey now.
I went too far. There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Giggity. Giggity.
Giggity. See now, Bree. This is what you need to do. You need to grow a butt.
Personality. Before that.
Look at this smile though too. Look at the smile she's got here. Let me put it back to normal.
She's sexy. She absolutely knows.
Yeah, it goes by too quick. She's got a personality. Look, just this glance she gives back. She's like, she's stern and contemplative and not bitchy. And that's the biggest difference between, you got Scarlett Johansson and Brie, is that Scarlett Johansson can be serious and an actual threat, if you piss off her character. Brie just is going to nag you and bitch at you.
Do you ever see the movie Don John?
Got claimed. Yeah, we'll mute it. That last one didn't get claimed, though.
You ever see Don John?
No.
Scarlett Johansson and Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No.
It's about two people. Actually, it's from what I saw parts of it, and it was pretty good. But it just shows you Scarlett Johansson's range.
That movie got pulled from one of the stores I worked at.
Why?
Really?
Somebody come in and complained that it was pornography.
Is it?
Not really.
It's about a guy with a porn addiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but that's not actual giggity scenes.
No, it just goes to show you how fucking Puritan weirdos are.
Right.
But nothing lasts.
Okay.
See, even without makeup, she's pretty. Marvel.
Don John, Dr. Coffin Nails.
I think that's.
Is this Norway? Let me go back here. Is this Norway? Mr. World Traveler's been everywhere.
Not everywhere.
Leave in a hurry.
It might be Germany and I'm only saying that because of the color of the train.
I think that's Vienna.
Oh, it might be Austria then. Still.
So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
But I'm done right
She's going to.
from my past.
See, now this just makes me want to watch like European vampire movies. Is that sad?
I know you're out there. I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups? Is that what we are?
This is the best episode of Batwoman yet. See, at least I believe that Scarlett Johansson and this chick could fight each other. Right?
Oh yeah.
They're plausible. They're about the same weight.
I did like the scene better the first time in Kill Bill, but yes.
Yeah.
But you know what this also does? It also shows you that there's other threats in the Marvel universe other than just like Thanos.
Like her sister.
Mm-hmm. See, this was the best episode of Batwoman yet.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of the point, though, of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, too.
She goes on a motorcycle. I like this outfit, too.
That's a good outfit.
See, she looks concerned without looking like she's going to just nag again.
We have unfinished business.
I hope they don't over. Oh, I love that.
There you go.
Outfit.
Oh yeah, with the red hair.
Nice contrast right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
That's like probably one of the Funko, or not Funko Pop, but
figures.
The more Marvel detailed figure ones I buy at Marvel. Yeah,
that's the Marvel.
I
Legends
got some cheaper ones, but yeah, Marvel Legends. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it just looks so good too. And people say, "Oh, you guys don't like women." Well, we just don't like women. Really? We don't like women. You're saying this, and we're just. The only problem is that this one is so past its prime. We already know what happens to her in Endgame. So, how many people are even going to show up to this?
Yeah.
And the sister, even the sister looks kind of interesting. I just want to go to Europe now. All right, I should probably go back. Here, we're missing. People are like, "You're missing all these things."
That's Taskmaster, the guy with bow and arrow. Taskmaster. Okay. That's Taskmaster.
Okay.
It's gonna be a hell of a reunion.
People are saying, "Why did you react to the trailer when you don't know anything about it?" Because I'm the Star Wars person that's going to Marvel with the last ditch. Give me something to geek out over, please. It's not normally my forte, but this is why, because I mean, you got to start somewhere, and starting, a little later on into, phase 2.
Bit of homage, not much, but yeah, it plays up the sexiness. It also, is she kicking ass here? I mean, this is why wasn't this out before Endgame?
Good question.
Nobody's gonna go see this now. I mean, it's gonna do okay, but not compared to what it could have been.
Let's ask Brie Larson. Brie, why did you have a movie before Black Widow?
I was a movie. I wanted to play people. I just play people.
You were in a movie before Black Widow.
I was a person.
That's right. You were a person, Brie.
A widow, Black Widow's a spider. You nimwit. I don't need to talk to 40-year-old white dudes. Thank you very much.
Nimwit. Is this a personal attack?
I don't need your opinion.
You don't need my opinion.
No, because you're a 40-year-old white dude.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I was in a unicorn store.
Was it a metaphor?
It was a metaphor.
But at some point you've heard.
It was not a metaphor.
God, Brie Larson. Too much. It's too much.
Because at some point you have heard everything this person has to say, and it makes you sink to your stomach.
I just see people, and I just play people.
You know what they gonna say before it even comes out their mouth.
I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person.
You can't take this shit no more.
And that was a big platform to play a person.
I told you that bitch crazy.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
I told you that bitch crazy.
Sorry, guys. That's a very deep cut from Midnight's Edge. After dark. So, yeah.
I couldn't find. I gotta have him ready. I've got him on my soundboard. I just don't know where the actual file is because I don't name anything because I'm a disorganized mess sometimes.
Of course.
See, and Patrick Stewart agrees with me.
Yes, he always
Even
agrees.
Captain Kirk doesn't like me.
Yes.
Actually, Captain Kirk likes me.
I thought Captain Kirk liked you.
Yeah, Captain Kirk likes me. Picard doesn't. Not so much. Not so much.
Good.
It depends on which Picard. Did you have some more super chats there, Micah?
Yeah. Let me pull them up here. Comanche Viper, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Jedi Fallen Order has a very similar puzzle solving type of things as Uncharted, Tomb Raider with buttery smooth lightsaber combat. Ooh, that sounds cool. $2 super chat. Modalicious, thank you so much. Ray equals using cheat codes to make a good game crappy. Yeah. $5 super chat. Rob Slevin. Ray can only truly be a Skywalker after she loses a body part. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, which body part can she lose though?
She'll just grow another one back, whatever she wants.
No, she's so perfect. She's the force.
She's a serpent?
Yes.
Or not a serpent. What's
she's reptilian. Reptilian.
No, Hydra.
She's like Dr. Connor as the lizard.
She's like Gira.
Mm-hmm.
Hydra.
And $2 super chat. Adam Wolford twittered Marvel why Black Widow wasn't first. And thank you so much. Exactly. Why didn't we get her months ago?
I know.
Or years ago, rather, months. Yeah, smoke weed every day. No. Hashtag. Why didn't we get her years ago?
Smoke
That's
weed
the thing.
every day.
Her head, she never uses it. Electric pizza. Exactly. Reptilians. She should lose her left tit, Spence says. Oh, well, I guess the last thing we had up was the little video that we shot at Walmart. I think I had that one popped up. Unless there was anything else. Was there anything else?
Other than super chats, not that I can think of.
Man, we're all caught up on those for now. So, little bonus video then. I don't know where I was gonna put this or what I was gonna do with this, but we were at Walmart looking at this lack of Star Wars toys. Also, I need that Caesar. I don't have him. I have Ghidorah.
I have the rest, but I don't have him. Yeah, and
I need him.
I don't have the newer Godzilla either, but
I don't have any of like the Godzillas of this size. I have Mothra.
I have
and
the
I have
1950s Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't have any of the Godzillas except the giant one. We are in the local toy aisle at Walmart, and of course, I had to stop on the Godzilla. I have that Ghidorah. I want to buy him. I shouldn't. I always buy Godzilla.
Those still are not on clearance, mind you. Pause this for a second.
They do Ghidorah.
I think it's I don't know if that's what your point you're going to make here, but because I haven't seen this video.
No.
But these have been out since the movie came out. Now the movie didn't do that well. But I've been at several Walmarts, and I've yet to see one of these have any of these on clearance yet. Not once. And that's a long time for these toys. That means they're selling all right.
Oh yeah, they sell them. Well, they get like a new one in every couple of months.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because there's some places they're like all sold out, and most of them sometimes, and I'll find one. I finally found a Mecha Godzilla. Anybody who's listening to me, I've been looking for Mecha Godzilla since they came out, and I finally found one.
Well, I have the plushie. I don't have any of the figure. Well, I have like the one figure from Japan of Mecha Godzilla.
Well, I have the ones that you're looking at right now, right in front of you. I have all of them except for the one that you just pointed at that you wanted, and the newer Godzilla. Otherwise, I have the rest now. Oh, and I don't have Mothra. You have Mothra too, though.
Yeah, I have the giant Mothra. Well, not the giant one, but the one from this collection.
But we're looking for Star Wars toys, and
Which I have not found her yet, so that's why I don't have her.
Yeah, we found some Star Wars toys.
Not a lot.
Legend Tilly's here from the.
But that's the Rebels show.
Did you find Luke Squawk Walker?
No, I didn't. Well, we didn't notice if that was you, Luke Squawk Walker.
Black Series.
Yeah, that's the other thing that they.
But this is to make it look like the Rebels show.
Hey, you can't record here. I don't know. They didn't care. So yeah, they had like, the classic stuff. A little bit. This is hardly anything though. They had more Godzilla.
This is newer stuff though.
This is Rise of Skywalker, man. But
this is all the new stuff.
But it looks like the cartoon. The Rise of Skywalker doesn't look anything like that. Not only that,
they had all this crammed in an end cap thing at my store.
It's all Funko Pops.
This is
and
that's the only thing they had a lot of was that droid.
Galaxy of Adventures series.
Yeah, that's that stupid cartoon that nobody likes.
Those are those shorts that they were trying to rewrite history with.
Yeah, where they had Leia slapping Luke in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, oh, these are cool. Ooh.
Oh, like
oh, Jawa. Oh, that's cool. No. See, now those
I'm a fake geek though.
Oh, this is the only thing I've seen that's
I
like
do
Rise
want
of
that.
Skywalker.
I like that, but guess what's wrong with it?
What?
No,
guess who's missing? Exactly. That's why I didn't buy it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't either. Because like, where's the rest of them? Where's the other droid?
I'm like, you couldn't put 3PO in here?
I guess he's
fuck the hair dryer. Give me 3PO.
I guess he's a talking character. I don't know why they didn't.
But where's C-3PO? Okay, you got the cute ones. Where's the bitchy one? Where's 3PO? This is the only thing they had at Target. Now these Funkos I think are new too. All the gold.
This is why I know it hands me the camera. By the way.
Oh, Luke Skywalker.
It's also on my phone. Oh, where's the next one? Oh, there's more. There's more here. Boop, boop, boop. There's the next one. Full screen. Full screen. And there we go.
We got the cute ones. Where's the bitchy one? Where's 3PO? This is the only thing they had at Target. Now these Funkos I think are new too. All the gold.
I did get one of those Darth Maul ones.
Oh, Luke
I didn't get any. I didn't get any.
Was that a 3PO? They didn't have a 3PO.
Oh, look at the metal. Okay, see these I like because this is.
Yeah, did they? Which one's the 3PO? The Funkos?
Yeah, I didn't see one at mine, but that's cool. But anyway, you were showing Luke anyway.
Not a Lando.
There's the
Landos.
Okay, see these I like because this is Star Wars, Jimmy.
There's the Roomba droid.
He's a Roomba with a funnel on his head. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of cute.
It's an RC Roomba droid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if that thing actually vacuumed my floor, I'd fucking buy it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Actually, look.
They just don't have that much though. Oh,
So,
is that Groot?
Ooh, Kessel playset.
So
I like play sets. I'm not gonna lie. I like play sets because then you can like set them up like a diorama.
Tatooine. See, there's not a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess they did have.
So, and if you go over Toy Story,
your section's actually a lot bigger than all the three that I went to. 3 Walmarts that I went to for Black Friday and Thursday night or whatever. The one had them all crammed in a big black box, just like one you'd see for like movies and stuff. And it was almost all Luke figures. And then the other one had them all on an end cap, and it was a lot of the gold figures and the new plushies and just some of those other figures that you had. And then the other one I went to had a bunch of the cartoony ones, but that was about it.
Yeah, there's still Jurassic World shit. There's still Jurassic World.
Kids buy dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, dinosaurs are something kids like.
You kidding me?
And then we had all the Avengers.
Marvel, I think the Star Wars. But yeah, I mean clearly because
a lot more Avengers, of course, because that's what people want. People don't care about Star Wars anymore.
Avengers is the popular thing. This is the thing that kids like.
Yeah, we actually have some of the cool Legends series, Avengers Legends series. Songbird, Citizen V. That's a deep dive. Citizen
Bree.
Yeah. $984. Like I don't think you can get many takers for that.
Yeah, so that was like what we filmed there at the Walmart, and then they have another display of them. Let me see if I can bring that one up.
They actually had 2 displays of them at yours?
They do. Well, they also have them in the electronics. Okay, but they also in the electronics they also had, what was it, Pokemon?
Yeah, they had Pokemon. They had some Gundam stuff in the
Yeah, that's right. So here's the actual main display. It's in electronics. It is less large than the Pokemon Nintendo display. Less large, because that's a word. Smaller. Star Wars.
See, now that looks almost like the one I saw. And yeah, it just had a bunch of Luke piled up there in the trivia game and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the trivia game. See that? I kind of want I like the trivia game.
Now, did yours have the one with the lightsaber that lit up? On Kylo Ben?
Yoda! Yoda O's.
Crispy Yoda's.
Baby Yoda O's.
That's just a t-shirt. That's not even cereal.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Dumb.
Yeah, there's just a t-shirt. And they have Stormtrooper one and the Boba Fett one. It's just t-shirts.
Yeah, I saw those, but I didn't pay much attention. And those tins, I don't know how much they are, but there's not really much in them either.
What they think.
But yeah, on the standee where you see Kylo Ren and Rey there, if it's the one that lights up at some Walmarts, they light up. I don't know if it's all of them or just some.
I don't think this one lit up.
If you light it up, it starts off red and then it turns to blue. His blade does.
Okay.
Huh.
So that's a bit spoiler.
Isn't that the spoiler from the
yeah,
from
lights
the
in the
leak?
mood ring now, yeah. Padme, Anakin.
Yeah, and up here was kind of interesting. This little banner.
I actually
thing.
have a banner kind of like that.
Yeah, just none of the Disney stuff.
Again, Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan.
I like those pillows,
the Clone
though.
Troopers, Yoda.
Well, they've got her up
Padme
there,
again.
though. They've got her up there.
But look, there's no representation from this new trilogy on this.
This because the new trilogy is terrible.
Exactly.
Also, if you see something like this and then you see all of the Frozen stuff where it's all pale blue, all for girls, you know, you can tell that's all the girls stuff. Now they're trying to get girls to get into this one, but it's all the blacks, the reds, the solid colors, the more traditional boy colors, right? They don't even know what they're trying to do with this franchise. Like, okay, you have all these female characters, female action figures that don't sell. What's the direction you're going with this?
Cosplay. They want people to cosplay.
Because that and Star Wars now.
They want Kathleen Kennedy just wants representation. She wants everybody. You know how did you hear Elizabeth Banks when she said when she made Charlie's Angels? She said, "I feel it's important for women to see themselves in these characters and see themselves on screen." That's what Kathleen Kennedy wants. She wants everybody, all the female audience who are going to see these movies, to see themselves on screen as represented by Rey. They want Rey to be an avatar, a blank slate, so anybody can project themselves into it.
And that's why the costume looks like this, and that's why the latest costume is just UGG jeans. It's just so any of these girls can just go and hang out in costume, and that's fine if that's what you want to do with the franchise. We're not saying we're anti cosplay, anti whatever. Watch the movie the way you want to watch the movie. Enjoy it for what you want to enjoy in it. If you only want to look at Luke die because you hate him, that's fine. Just don't yell at us for complaining about it, right?
It's the other thing. You notice how Rey's costume hasn't changed? Luke went through an evolution. He started off wearing the white thing in the desert, and then he wore the gray sort of what would you call that? Just like kind of jumpsuit or whatever it was. And then
kind of like
he wore like the black priest outfit. Well, because Jedi are like warrior priests, but the whole idea was he wanted to be like his father. So they showed him that was kind of what the idea behind the costume changes was doing. Was he was evolving. He wanted to be like his father. Who's his father? Darth Vader. But the thing is, you're showing Luke. It's a symbolic evolution. He's undergoing a change, and the fact that they haven't altered Rey's costume any shows that she hasn't gone through a change. Because you think it's too confusing for the audience. Oh, we want them to see themselves and it's got to be easy for people to see themselves in it, and so shut up, just shut up. Shut up! I'm having an aneurysm.
Shut up!
Oh, exhausting. And tomorrow we're going to see a trailer with a character in a Bond movie who more women are going to want to project themselves into.
I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to ripping it a new one because
Lashana Lynch said they had discussions whether or not she should be on her period.
Ew.
Oh my good God, Gertie. Let's change the subject. Let's bring up the fact that JJ brought up the Phantom Menace. Let's bring up the fact that they just finished filming the last movie. I was going to say Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker last Sunday.
We already talked about it. Let's talk about it again.
I don't care. It's just how crazy of a world do we live in where people have been doing nothing but calling us fucking liars, including some happy campers and boulder pushers out there. When they sit there and say, "Oh, there hasn't been screenings. Oh, there's not still shooting. Oh, it's just standard reshoots." No, standard reshoots would have happened like fucking 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I was in Boulder last week.
I'm not talking about you, Rob. Why don't you try and restart your internet again?
Hold on.
Okay.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Rob, you still have AOL?
Oh God.
Yeah, they sent me that CD that one day.
It just works so well.
You've got voicemail.
He's had the same AOL online CD in his computer since 1996. That is correct.
And that's what he sounds like. Like, seriously, turn on your camera so you can see how, we're not kidding. He doesn't have good internet. He's on dial-up, people. Astreos, 123, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Mecha, you did great as the hostess of the mostest. Always good to see you, Tom, Rob. It was nice to be introduced to you. Be well. And if you guys like what we do here, I'm live with these two crazy people every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, pretty much. So, except for tomorrow now, because somebody's going to be playing trivia.
Yeah, so it's going to be you and Annie Tricker and I think. And he's going to pop it in the beginning to talk about the trailer. But
Bond trailer, yeah. Yeah, well.
Jeff Soul America offline.
It's AOL. Does AOL still exist as dial-up?
I don't know. I think so.
I'm sure there's got to be dial-up somewhere, but AOL still exists as far as the mail. I don't know about the rest, but yeah. To finish your plug, you're plugging Midnight's Edge After Dark. Yeah,
we were live over there all the time. Now next week, High Council will be back on World Class Bullshitters. He's going to have Mahler lined up. We're going to try and get some other people. Maybe some of the other. And then I guess Jeff's looking into some sort of a format change up where we do just something a little different. So
yeah, I don't know if you want to give it.
Yeah, I don't know all the details. So I think he's just looking into some things to kind of make some tweaks, and because we're always ever evolving, ever growing, ever changing. And yeah, it's been an honor to host the first High Council. Yeah.
Check this out. As of 2017, 2.1 million people still use AOL dial-up.
They're wrong, and yeah,
they could be in places where they may not have a choice, Mecha.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of rural areas in America that
Rob's not in a rural area. He just won't switch over.
No, Rob is still living in 2002. Okay, we're learning to accept this. That it takes him about 20. No, Rob, you're already online. Rob.
I gotta put that on my soundboard.
And this is what we have to put up with. Now, gee, my phone is dial-up.
They would be normally. Yeah, Rob. I'm sure you have a regular old phone too.
He has a landline. He legit has a landline.
I'm sure he does.
Who has a landline? Like, I'm a boomer and I don't have a landline.
Oh,
I'm a
gosh.
curmudgeon. I don't.
Well, was there anything else that you needed to cover on this?
I think that was good.
I mean, I know we were holding out for possibly some more cameos, but I don't know if anybody else is going to be showing up. So
No, I've been peeking as much as I can back because I've got the StreamYard window kind of minimized so I can see you guys and I can like pull up any of these pictures and pop-ups and crap. So
see, or get off the phone. I'm listening to Mecha and Tom. Oh Lord.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. And definitely check us out next week on the High Council over on World Class Bullshitters. He has Mahler
Chances
lined
are
up.
they won't let Rob and I back anytime soon. So
No. You're not considering,
Rob, you're already online. You don't have to keep dialing. You just hit refresh.
Also, in 2 days, and if there are any Stargate fans out there, we're going to be doing a Twitter storm to get some Stargate traction. Definitely check that out if you're on Twitter. I am. What's my Twitter handle here?
Random Monkey, I think it is.
Yeah, it's this. This is my Twitter.
Random MNKY. Yeah.
That's the Twitters. Also, tomorrow PO Box unboxing.
I hope mine's in there, but I don't think it's supposed to be there till tomorrow. So.
And I probably won't even get over to the.
I know that's
thing.
what pissed me off when I saw that on your Twitter. I'm like, sure, now she's not going to get it for like a week or two.
Oh, that's all right. I'll send my mother there.
If it's for Christmas,
I
was going to say, if you at least see your mom by Christmas and get it or whatever, because that's what it was for anyway. So at least then I won't feel so bad.
Wait, what's going on with Stargate? Explain, Shadzar. What is going on with Stargate is they're trying to get some traction for Twitter. It's a tweet storm to get to basically raise some awareness and try and get a new show made. Here we go.
MGM still on that?
Stargate executive producer JM Joseph Malozzi at Baron Destructo over on Twitter needs fans' support to get us back Stargate. So 3 days to the Twitter storm. It is in 3 days we're doing the Twitter storm, and I'm going to retweet that. And yeah, if you guys are fans of, also shout out to Orville Nation as well. Here we go. Let me share this here on screen. Joseph Malozzi, he is one of the producers of Stargate. He's doing a Twitter storm again, and we can get this trending just like we did last time. So yeah, Stargate. I'm a huge Stargate fan, so people say I don't trust it. I'm a huge Stargate fan. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. So yeah, my bad on the little misunderstanding and everything. And thank you so much to Jeremy for stopping by. Thank you so much to Rob and Tom for bailing me out. And it's been a blast. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all the super chatters, Streamlive donations. To Jeremy, to
hopefully
Jeff.
Safe travels to Jeff.
Ethan,
yes.
Shout out to Yellow Flash and Doomcock and Nerdrotic and everybody else out there. And John
Hail
Talks.
the Fandom Menace.
Go check out John Talks video that we used the little clip of. And thank you guys so much. Shout out to Mary.
Stone Cold Jeremy just sent in a super chat at the last second.
$2 super chat. This has been a fun, great stream. Flex. Thank you so much, Stone Cold Jeremy. I really, really appreciate it.
You got to say it like Stone Cold Steve.
I don't know how to do that. That was after my time. Yes.
This has been a fun, great stream. That's about the best you're going to get. I haven't really.
Mary, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Hail High Council. Oh my God. I'm on the High Council. Like I said, it's an honor.
You're hosting.
I know.
Hosting the High Council, not just on it. We are bowing down to you.
I know. It's an honor. It's an honor. Yeah, and then I'll be on High Strangeness in a couple hours, so definitely check me out over there over on Creepy Little Book. Tomorrow, Midnight's Edge After Dark. I'm live all the time. So. Thank you guys so much. We will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Awkward silence.